All right, welcome back here. We need to reset the score back to 0-0. The West won their first game ever in the Andy Softball All-Star Series by the score of 7-5 in Game 1. And now Game 2 of the doubleheader is just on the horizon here. Let's take a look at how these two teams stack up against each other now, including the first game of the 2019 series. Well, the West is 1-4 now. They have 0-2 is still at home, looking for the first victory on their home field, quote unquote, and 1-2 on the road, while the East drops to 4-1 and 2-1 on the East home field. Losing 7-5 with the next game right now, and then the third game of the 2019 series that will be at the Starting Sports Complex. I believe that's on the campus of Bismarck Legacy High School, if I'm not mistaken, and we'll be there for both the skills competition as well as the Game 3. So nothing has changed as far as records or anything, but they have outscored the East has outscored the West now by a tally of, let me see here. I had it written down somewhere. We'll get to it in a little bit here. 45 to, let's see here, 36. So 41 to something. 41 to something was the oh, here it goes. It's coming up on it. 41 to 29. There we go. It just crept up on the scroll there underneath the scoreboard. So we're rolling into game number 2 now. We'll take a short time out, let these players continue to warm up. We'll get the music out of the background. Be right back here on the ND Sports Channel with Game 2 in just a moment. Thanks so much for watching. And thanks to the 102 people that watched the first game live. That game is now available for a 24/7 replay on our Magnitude Sports Multimedia Network YouTube channel, as well as on our new website, msportsnet.com. But if you go to ndsportschannel.com, it'll redirect you to the new website, just in case you have that one memorized and you don't have the new one memorized yet. So once again, msports.net.com, or let me try that again, msportsnet.com. Even I can't get it right. That's how new it is. Or ndsportschannel.com. We'll be back in a moment here with the first pitch of Game 2 of the doubleheader of the 2019 North Dakota Softball Shields All-Star Series on the ND Sports Channel on the Magnitude Sports Multimedia Network.
second game of the series. 7:40, first pitch.
All right, so there's your update. First pitch scheduled for 7:40. That's approximately 6 minutes from now, a little over 5 minutes. And we'll be back in about 5 to 6 minutes here with the start of Game 2 of the 2019 Shields ND Softball All-Stars Series from Mickelson Park in North Fargo, where it's 87 degrees and sunny. Back in a moment here on the ND Sports Channel on the Magnitude Sports Multimedia Network. All right, welcome back here. Once again, we're scheduled for first pitch at about 7:40. That's a couple minutes away, so we'll be right back in a couple minutes to kick off game number 2, the 2019 Shields North Dakota Softball All-Stars Series here from Mickelson Park in a sunny and 87-degree day here in North Fargo. Back in a moment on the ND Sports Channel here on the Magnitude Sports Multimedia Network.
Of the 2019 Shields North Dakota Softball All-Star Series. The East team, why don't you go ahead and take the field, and we'll announce as you are out in the field. The West did take the first game tonight, 7-5. That brings the total series to 4-1 in favor of the East.
And as you may have just heard in the background now, the East leads the West 4-1 in the series. They have outscored the West team by the total tally of 20, let's see here, no, 30. Where is that stat at again here? And of course, 41-29. There we go. I knew there was a 20 in there somewhere. Let's see here. Lineups for game number 2 for the West All-Stars. Kennedy Coots from Dickinson batting first in center field. Rachel Mischel, graduated from Shiloh Christian, played softball for Century High School, is batting second, will be playing at third. Let's see here. Batting third, playing in right field, will be the Maddie Steckler from Bismarck High. Batting fourth will be the Legacy Sabre, and the second baseman, Kaylee Weigel, batting fifth, will be the shortstop from the Washburn Cardinals, Lexi Colzer. Batting sixth will be the left fielder from Wilton, Aaron Thompson. Batting seventh will be the first baseman from the Mandan Braves, Lauren Gangle. And batting eighth will be the catcher from Beulah, Phoebe Garman. And batting ninth will be your starting pitcher from Bishop Ryan, Sydney Lovelace. Not playing, but we'll possibly call and see their names once or twice in this game here, including Cassidy Newton-Hefner from Bismarck High, who's the winning pitcher in game number 1 for the West All-Stars. Cameron Coots from Dickinson High, J.C. Rostad from Minot, Lincoln Stork from Bismarck High, and Celie Rovig from Bishop Ryan. All those names played in the first game. They will take a breather here in game number 2. We may see one or two of them come in over the course of the game. For the East All-Stars, batting first will be the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustang, the shortstop Kylie Washniewski.
The second game of the third annual Shield Softball All-Star Series Classic.
Batting second is Grace Shear. And we'll go through the rest of the East lineup here in a moment. But first, it's time to play ball in game number 2. First pitch of the first game came at 5:43, and the first pitch of this game gets hit out in the left center field, and the first hit of the game is a solo shot over the left center field fence. And the West All-Stars lead 1-0. That was Kennedy Kuntz who hit the grand slam, and now she has tied the record with Felicity Blair from Bismarck for the most home runs in the All-Star Series at 2.
Third baseman, number 7, Rachel Mischel.
Here we go, Court, you all right, kid?
So 1-0 on the first pitch of the game. Solo shot over the left center field fence. And that brings up Rachel Mischel. Played for Bismarck Century, graduated from Shiloh Christian. Has a lot in common with me. I went to high school as a Skyhawk and played soccer as a Patriot. We'll go around the bases here for the East in a moment. Pitch comes across for a strike. 1-1 now to Rachel Mischel. Around the bases, Nicole Hurt of the Hillsborough Central Valley Burros at first. Lauren Deemert of the West Fargo Packers at second. Kylie Washniewski of the Cheyenne Mustangs at shortstop. Amanda Raisler of the Kindred Richland Vikings at third. Behind the plate is Emma Johnson from the Cheyenne Mustangs. And the pitch comes across for ball 2 to Rachel Mischel. Your starting pitcher is the state champion West Fargo Packers, Courtney Bowl. We'll go through the outfield here after the 2-1. Swing and a miss, and Mischel even up the count at 2-2. Once again, Mischel, a Skyhawk, and played for Bismarck Century the last couple of years. I think all 4 years for that matter. That pitch will miss up high to the outside for ball 3. In the outfield, Grace Shear from the Valley City Highliners in left, Becca Thompson from the Highliners in right, and Carrie Nisler from the Thompson Tommies in straightaway center. Here's the pitch, floats outside. Rachel Mischel, the Skyhawk / Patriot, will reach base on a walk. And that'll bring up Maddie Steckler from the Bismarck High Demons.
The right fielder, number 14, Maddie Steckler.
Steckler has a home run on her plate appearances here on the ND Sports Channel this year. It went over the left center field fence. And the pitch caught the outside edge for a strike, 0-1. So if Kennedy Kuntz can hit one more home run, she'll hold the record for the most home runs in an All-Star series. That one's going to be popped up, foul territory. Nice grab at the fence there by Amanda Raisler for the out. It's one away. Rachel Mischel will remain on first.
The second baseman, number 11, Kaylee Weigel.
That was the second best play at that portion of the fence that I've seen all year. Kaylee Weigel, Legacy Sabres, up to bat. Mischel thought about taking off for second, but she'll put that on pause for now and backtrack to first. Pitch came across for a strike to Kaylee Weigel. 4 of 8 on her plate appearances here on the Andy Sports Channel. That one's fouled away out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. Kaylee Weigel, the batter. Your starting pitcher once again is Courtney Bull from the West Fargo Packers. That one will roll down the first base line, and that will be fair. That'll be an infield single that advances Rachel Mischel up to second into scoring position, and that'll bring up Lexi Colzer from the Washburn Cardinals.
No batting, the shortstop, number 10, Lexi Colzer.
So an infield single that advances the runner into scoring position. And now we'll see if Colzer can bat in Mischel from second. West leads 1-0. Swing and a miss there for strike one for the graduated senior from Washburn High School. Just approximately 30 minutes up the road from Bismarck on Highway 83. And here's the pitch. Down low for a ball. 1-1. Once again, runners on for the West. They lead 1-0. Kaylee Weigel from Legacy on first. Rachel Mischel from Bismarck Century/Shiloh Christian on second. And the windup in the pitch. Inside corner for a strike, 1-2. Sun's really blaring down from that third base line. You can kind of see it there in the upper left corner of your screen. We will do the best we can to manage that, which not much we can do about it. High outside and nearly swinging was Colzer, but she held it back for a ball, and they'll even up to count it 2 apiece. 2 runners on, 1 out. 16 pitches for Bull now. 10 of them have been strikes, and here's pitch 17. Right down the middle, but a little low, and that'll be a full count now at 3-2. Not only is that sun coming down the third base line, it's coming right into the press box. Have to take a step back here to be able to see the field clearly. That pitch comes up high, and that'll be a ball 4, and that loads the bases. Colzer on first, Weigel on second, Mischel on third, and that brings up Erin Thompson.
Number 8, Erin Thompson.
From Wilton. I believe they are the Miners, if I'm not mistaken. Wilton Wing Miners. And that pitch over the inside edge for a strike. Nice job there by Courtney Bull. Seen Courtney Bull about 5 or 6 times this year on the Andy Sports Channel. Swing and a miss there by Thompson for strike 2. The first time we saw her, it was 1-0 lead for West Fargo over Fargo North in the top of the first, and neither team would score the rest of the game. West Fargo would win that. That was the last regular season game of the year for the 2 teams. It was a pitching contest from there on out. No balls and 2 strikes to the batter, Erin Thompson, with the bases loaded. That one comes a little bit low for the first ball. 2 strikes and a ball in that order for a 1-2 count. Once again, bases are loaded with 1 away. Rachel Mischel, Skyhawk Patriot on third. Kaylee Weigel, the Sabre, on second. Lexi Colzer, the Cardinal, on first. That one's fouled away, and Thompson, the Miner, will stay alive at home plate with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. And the windup in the pitch. It looked like it hit the inside edge, but it must have missed or been a little bit low. 2-2. So now the count is even. Took 5 pitches to get there. That one floats outside and high, and that'll be a full count. 3-2 with the bases loaded and 1 away. 7 minutes into the ball game here, and the West leads 1-0 off a solo home run on the first pitch of the game by Kennedy Kuntz. Here's the payoff, fouled away, and we'll have the payoff pitch number 2 here coming up. Payoff pitch number 2. Outside, ball 4. It's a bases loaded walk that scores Rachel Mischel from third to make it 2-0 in favor of the West. So Mischel will come across. They'll push Weigel up to third and Colzer up to second. With the walk to Thompson, now we'll see Lauren Gangle from the Mandan Braves.
Lauren Gangle.
That pitch is a little bit low for ball 1. Say if one thing surprises me the most in what I've seen so far in the All-Star games is the pitches from the East pitchers. They're just not pitching like they have in the regular season. That one's going out into left field, and that will drop for at least a single. That will score Kaylee Weigel from third. The throw from it to home is not in time, and it's 3-0 West on an RBI single by Lauren Gangle out into left field. That brings up Phoebe Garman.
Phoebe Garman.
2 minors, 2 batters apart, one from Wilton Wing and one from Beulah. That first pitch, I believe it came up high for a ball, 1-0. One ball, no strikes to the batter, Phoebe Garman. Once again, the bases are loaded. I think she caught a piece of that. It's going to go into the books as a fouled away pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, bases loaded. 9 minutes into the game. Bull has thrown 30 pitches, 16 strikes, and 14 balls. Sunny and 87 here in North Fargo. That one's going into left center field, and all the way back to the fence it will drop. Scoring Colzer from third. Rounding third from second is Aaron Thompson, and that's 2 more. And it's a 5-0 lead now for the West All-Stars. That is a 2-run RBI double for Phoebe Garman. Out into deep left center, all the way to the wall. A little more height on that, and it would have been a grand slam. That pushes Lauren Gangle up to third base and brings up Sydney Lovelace from the Bishop Ryan Lions.
The pitcher, number 5, Sydney Lovelace.
Lovelace was 2 for 3 in the first game. 2 hits to left field and a ground out to second. West All-Stars, 5 runs on 4 hits, no East errors, and nobody left on base because we're still in the top of the first. There's a rundown between third, and she'll be tagged out. So that'll be a 1-2 on the tag out. And that'll be the second out of the inning, and Phoebe Garman stays on second. Lovelace is on
Kennedy Kuntz
with an infield fielder's choice, actually. So runners on first and second brings up Kennedy Kuntz, who smacked the first pitch of the game out of here for a solo shot. And that pitch comes in a little bit low, and now it's a ball. It was high enough for a strike, apparently, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. She had a grand slam in the first game, and now a solo shot in this game. If she can get 1 more home run, she will hold the record all by herself for the most home runs in an All-Star series. It won't come on this at-bat, but she will get an RBI single. As scoring from second is Phoebe Garman, and that makes it 6-0 in favor of the West All-Stars. And we're still here in the top of the 6th inning. I do believe in the All-Star game that the 10-run rule would apply if it happens. It does not. It's got to shake the head no. So it could be 35-2, and we'll play all 7 innings. Right now it's 6-0 here in the first. So an RBI single for Kennedy Kuntz. Scores the Beulah Minor from second, pushes Sydney Lovelace up to second. That pitch comes across for a strike. Rachel Mischel is the batter. No balls and 2 strikes. She was walked last time on a full count, 3-2 pitch. Now she's down 0-2. And that one will be grounded towards first, and it will roll foul, and she'll get another chance to get on base here. And that'll be a strikeout. That will end the inning.
Top of the first for the West. 6 runs on 5 hits.
Let's see here. Strikeout, and let's take a look at the numbers now. 6 runs on 5 hits, no East errors, and 2 left on base.
All-Stars coming to bat.
To the bottom of the first. Time of the game so far, 14 minutes. Back after this on the ND Sports Channel. Here on the Magnitude Sports Multimedia Network. All right, welcome back. Bottom of the first, 6-0 lead off a total of 5 hits for the West there in the top half of the first inning. 16 minutes into the game, and now the first pitch of the bottom of the first. They did leave 2 on base in that top half of the first. Kylie Washniewski, the batter. The pitch floats outside for ball 1. Sydney Lovelace is the starting pitcher here for the West. Phoebe Garman's behind the plate catching. Garman from the Beulah Miners, and Lovelace from Bishop Ryan. That one right back, and it hit hard off the glove of Lovelace and still had enough power to get out into center field. Nice hit there by Washniewski. She's on with a single. And that brings up Grace Shear from the Valley City Highlanders.
Number 10, Grace Shear.
Around the bases for the West, Lauren Gangle from Mandan at first, Kaylee Weigel, the Legacy Sabre, at second, Lexi Colzer, the Washburn Cardinal, at shortstop, and Rachel Mischel at third from Shiloh/Century. That pitch will go into the dirt. Now taking off is Washniewski for second. She's in safely on the feet for a slide stolen base. In the outfield for the West, Maddie Steckler from Bismarck High in right. Aaron Thompson from Wilton in left. Kennedy Kuntz from Dickinson High in straightaway center field. Once again, Grace Shears, the batter. And the windup and the delivery. Now she's showing bunt, pulls it back, and Washniewski was thinking about third, but put on the brakes and went back to second. 1 ball, 1 strike to Grace Shear. There's the windup in the 1-1 delivery. Swung on and then grounded right over towards Rachel Mischel. And she fired it over to first, and that will be an error. And that will score Washniewski. So I believe it's going to be a single, and then Washniewski advances to third on the single, and then the error brings Washniewski home and pushes Shear up to second.
Now batting for the East, the designated player, Gabby Nelson.
Come on, Gabby.
Gabby Nelson from Shanley had a home run in the last game. It was a solo shot down the right field fence, I believe. That gives her 2 home runs this year on the ND Sports Channel. The other one was straightaway center field against the Fargo North Spartans in the quarterfinals of the EDC tournament. And that came after she was intentionally walked through the 3 previous times she went up to the plate. And prior to that, on her 4 at-bats prior to that, she's going to right field again, and that one will go right into the glove of Maddie Steckler, holding Grace Shear at second. As I was saying, her 4 at-bats prior to that 3 intentional walks and the home run. She had 3 home runs and a single. So in 8 at-bats, she had 4 home runs, 1 single, and 3 intentional walks. And now she had almost 2 home runs here in this game. That one just came a little bit short. That ball will bounce away. Shear will take off for third and in safely on the head first slide. Run on third is Grace Shear. And the batter is Emma Johnson. She'll foul that one away down the first base line. Emma Johnson also has a home run. Came against the Thief River Falls Prowlers in a game late in the regular season for the Mustangs. A game that they would fall 9-2, and their only 2 runs came off home runs in that game. I believe that the first one from Emma Johnson was either in the first or second inning, and then the next one came in the bottom of the 7th. Between that, there was no scoring. Speaking of scoring, that's Grace Shear coming in off the pass ball. Actually, it might be more towards the wild pitch. Either way, it's a run for the East, and they're on the board now. It's 6-1 here in the bottom of the first. And that one's going to left field and foul. Once again, the sun blaring down on that third base line. Not much we can do about that. Pitch misses outside for a ball. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Emma Johnson. 10 pitches for Lovelace, 6 strikes, 4 balls. 21 minutes into the ball game. We're still in the first inning here. And that'll be a walk. Once again, no 10-run rule will apply in this one. We'll play out the full 7.
Now batting for the East, first baseman, Nicole Hurt.
That brings up the Hillsboro Central Valley Borough, Nicole Hurt. And we'll have a courtesy runner.
Peyton Richter.
That'll be the Central Cass Squirrel, Peyton Richter. Nicole Hurt was 1 for 1 in the last game. She came in late. I believe she took over the number 9 spot in the lineup in that last game, if memory serves me correctly, and got a single out of it. Now she'll foul this one away for a strike. The wind up in the 0-1 delivery. Right down the inside edge for a strike. 2. 0-2 now. Runner on first. Peyton Richter, 22 minutes into the game. Sunny and back up to 88 now. South wind at 16. Swing and a miss. Drop third strike. No, that was just a swing and a miss. Apparently Nicole Hurt thought that the catcher had dropped it and started taking off running towards first. And the umpire said, nope, that's not what happened. Goes into the books as a swing and a miss. That one is not a swing and a miss. That's a swing and a hit onto center field for a single, advancing Peyton Richter up to first. That was Courtney Bowl, the West Fargo Packer, who smacked it out into center field for the single. Now bring up her teammate, Lauren Diemert. So back-to-back Packers here in the 6 and 7 spots of the lineup. We'll see Carrie Nisler, the Thompson Tommy, on deck here if Lauren Diemert can get on base. Pitch will come across for a strike. Excellent pitch there by Sydney Lovelace from the Bishop Ryan Lions. No balls and 1 strike. Once again, Lauren Diemert, the West Fargo Packers, the batter, and she'll hit that one out into the gap in left center. That is going to score Peyton Richter from second. Here comes Courtney Bowl, and they'll send her around third as well, and that's 2. That is a 2-run RBI triple, the first triple of the All-Star Series history. It's, no, okay, they're going to say it's a double. We'll back it up. So we're still waiting for that first triple. I looked down for a second there and didn't see the hesitation around second.
Today's games are Mitch Grunick, Darren Heisler, and John Schoner. And now batting for the East.
So it's lead's been cut in half, or cut over 6-4. Let's put it that way. They're within 2. .25 minutes into the game now. Carrie Nisler, the batter. Lauren Diemert, the runner on third. That'll be a grounder, 1 hopper into the glove of Mischel. She'll fire it across the Gangle for the out. Now in the inning on a 5-3, Strandon Diemert on third on the ground out by Nisler.
Bottom of the first inning for the East, 4 runs on 4 hits.
So we've had 10 runs here in the first inning of play. It's taken 26 minutes to get those runs across the plate.
6-4.
West All-Stars, 6 runs on 5 hits, no East errors and 2 left on base. East All-Stars, 4 runs and 4 hits, 2 West errors and 1 left on base. We'll see coming up here, Maddie Steckler, Kaylee Weigel, and Lexi Colzer. Batters 3, 4, and 5 for the West when we return after this on the ND Sports Channel. right, welcome back. Top of the second. You could say finally if you wanted to say that. 27, or almost a half an hour into this game. We're just now starting the top of the second inning. We're, I think, in the fourth or fifth, about a half an hour of the first game. That pitch will float outside. The batter is Maddie Steckler, and it caught the edge as it floated outside for a strike, 1-1. Again, that sun coming down the third base line makes things hard to see down that left side of the field there. But we'll do the best we can to give you accurate information.
Come on, Court!
And those watching at home, I don't even know if you could see much of the left field there. So all I see are sunspots on my monitor. 3-1 now to Steckler on back-to-back balls. 0 for 1 with a fly out in foul territory down the third base line. That was caught by Raisler right at the fence. That one's popped up, and nobody will catch this one at the fence. And it'll go into the books as an unofficial strike, and a full count, 3-2. So those fun facts scrolling right below the scoreboard there. The only one that's no longer accurate is the Felicity Blair record for the home runs. That one's going out into left field and foul over the dugout. Kennedy Kuntz now shares the record with Felicity Blair. And there's still one more game to try and beat that. That'll go through the legs of Amanda Raisler and into shallow left. That'll go into the books as a hit.
Brings up the second baseman, number 11, Kaylee Weigel.
And that puts Maddie Steckler on first and brings up the Sabre, Kaylee Weigel, 1 for 1 with an infield single last time at the plate. And Bull will wind up and deliver the pitch outside for a ball, and standing up is Emma Johnson to make sure that Maddie Steckler does not advance to second. 1-0 to Weigel. And the windup, and it'll be hit foul for a strike. They'll even up things at 1-1. Officially 30 minutes into the ball game now. Courtney Bull is about to toss pitch 49 on 48 pitches, 29 strikes and 19 balls, according to my numbers. Lexi Colzer from the Washburn Cardinals is on deck for the West with nobody out. And if no double plays happen, we might see Erin Thompson this inning too. One ball and 2 strikes. And pitch 50 for Bull coming up here on the 1-2. Wind up in the delivery of that 1-2 up high. They even things up at 2-2. And on 50 pitches, 30 strikes, 20 balls. And that one will be smacked into the backstop here. And she'll remain alive at 2-2 at the plate. That pitch comes up high for a walk. Apparently I missed recording a pitch there because I had 2 balls. That'll bring up Lexi Colzer from the Washburn Cardinals.
Number 10, Lexi Colzer.
0 for 0. She was walked last time she was at the plate. Erin Thompson's on deck. Nobody out, 2 runners on. Lauren Gangle's in the hole for the West All-Stars. Pitch, did it hit the corner? It did not. A little high outside for a ball, 1-0. Swing and a miss for a strike. Curious here, want to check something out.
Come on, 6!
Courtney Bull now shares the title of most walks with 4. I believe it was, I want to say I can't remember, Jamestown or West Fargo Cheyenne, the other player who had the 4 walks. that was a swing and a miss for a strikeout.
The left fielder, number 8, Aaron Thompson.
That brings up Aaron Thompson, 0 for 0 with a walk. Her last time at the plate as well. And Courtney Bowl with pitch 58. Swing and a miss, strike one. This inning certainly going by a little bit quicker than the top half of the first. But still a couple outs to go here, and West could possibly do a little bit more damage on the scoreboard, especially if the pitches continue to float outside like that. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 runners on. A 6-4 lead for the West All-Stars, who won the first game 7-5. And the pitch, well, once again, a high and outside for another ball, a 2-1. Now we'll go into the dirt, and it's 3-1. And potentially a pitch away here from loading the bases for Lauren Gangle of Mandan, who's on deck. We'll see if Bull can recover from a 3-1 deficit in the count. So far, so good. Swing and a miss. Nice hard pitch down the middle, kind of rised up, floated to the outside corner a little bit there, and Thompson would swing and not make contact. Now it's 3-1 to turns into a full count and a payoff pitch. That one's popped up. And drifting back is Lauren Deemer. She makes the grab for the out. Runners hold on their original bases, and now Lauren Gangle 1 for 1 with a single to left field.
Lauren Gangle.
She is a Mandan Brave, or at least used to be. She's going to go to Dakota College in Bottineau next year. And the 0-1 from Bull. Down low inside, it gets behind Emma Johnson. And the runners will advance. Yes, they will.
Good try, Em. Good try.
So runners advance from first and second to second and third on the pass ball, and that will be fired to Hopper. Raisler picks it up, fires it over to first, and Nicole Hurt for the 5-3 to end the inning, and that will strand 2 on base, and it will remain 6-4. Going to the bottom of the second will be Becca Thompson, Kylie Washniski, and Grace Shear. It's batters 9-1-2 in the order, and Sydney Lovelace will toss pitch 20 when we return after this here on the ND Sports Channel on the Magnitude Sports Multimedia Network. All right, welcome back. So to rewind a little bit, we went and made a change. It was not a pass ball, it was a wild pitch where those two players advanced the bases. Didn't really matter too much as the out came and they were both stranded on base. Now it's Becca Thompson. Becca Thompson is, let's see here, 2 for 8 on her at-bats, and now she'll be 3 for 9. As that one will sneak its way into center field, and trotting up to the plate is the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustang, Kylie Washniewski.
The shortstop, number 8, Kylie Washniewski.
1 for 1 with a single at about the same spot that Becca Thompson just hit it to last time she was at the bat. 20 pitches, according to my numbers for Lovelace. 14 of them have been strikes. That's strike 15. That's going into the glove of Kennedy Kuntz in center field on the run. Nice running catch there by the Dickinson midget.
All right, Kylie, you're right.
Now batting for the East, left fielder, Grace Shear.
Becca Thompson remains on base, and her teammate, Grace Shear, steps up to the plate. Both of them from the Valley City Highlanders. Here's the pitch. Missed outside for a ball, just barely though.
Go, Ken.
1 ball, no strikes. And the windup in the 1-0 delivery. Up high, and it went off the handle of the bat. And it's picked up there by Weigel, tossing it to Gangle for the 4-3. The saber to the Brave for the out, advancing Becca Thompson up to second.
Go, Gabby. We need you here, Ken.
The designated player, number 11, Gabby Nelson.
Brings up Gabby Nelson. She hit a home run in the first game. That one, it looked like it was coming up high, and Gabby Nelson thought the same thing, and then it dropped for a strike. Nice pitch there by Lovelace from the Bishop Ryan Lions. 0 for 1 with a fly out, excuse me, and that one's going to be hit to deep right field, and that is now 3 players who have 2 home runs in an All-Star Series. A 2-run shot with Becca Thompson on second over the right field fence, and this game is knotted up at 6 apiece.
Home run of the day.
Good job, Gabby.
Now batting, the catcher, number 2, Emma Johnson.
A 2-out, 2-run homer to tie the game at 6. That brings up Emma Johnson, 0 for 0 with a walk. So Felicity Blair had 2 last year. Now Gabby Nelson has 2. And Kennedy Kuntz has 2. So it's 3 players tied for the most home runs ever in an All-Star Series. And we're still still have 1 full game to play yet. And that one will be popped out to right field. Maddie Steckler will make the grab. That will end the inning. Tied at 6, going to the top of the 3rd after 2 complete. West All-Stars, 6 runs on 6 hits. No East errors and 4 left on base. East All-Stars, 6 runs on 6 hits. 2 West errors and 1 left on base. It will be Phoebe Garman facing pitch 66 from Courtney Bull when we return in the top of the 3rd next here on the Andy Sports Channel on the Magnitude Sports Multimedia Network. And that will immediately be a single out into left field for the leadoff batter, Phoebe Garman, who was 1 for 1 with a double prior to that. Now she's 2 for 2 with a double and a single. That brings up Sydney Lovelace from the Bishop Ryan Lions, top of the third, tied at 6. Courtney Bowl on 66 pitches, 40 strikes, 26 balls, 43 minutes into the ball game. Top of the third, the pitch will be hit and fouled away into the backstop for a strike. Lovelace reached base on a fielder's choice last time she was up. And the throw up to second, head first slide, and she's safe. Garman steals second. Now bring up, no, it'll still be the same batter. Doesn't bring up anybody. Sydney Lovelace, 1 ball, 1 strike. Kennedy Kuntz is on deck. She would have an opportunity to take that home run record and make it her own. Right now, 3 people share it. No, it was not in time. It's an infield single for Lovelace, advancing Garmin over to third. Time is called, and the East All-Stars will huddle up in the circle here and chat.
Ball, please return it to one of the dugouts.
So right now, Kennedy Kuntz, Gabby Nelson, and then Felicity Blair from 2018 hold the record for 2 home runs each in an All-Star series. Kennedy Kuntz.
Home runs, on the other hand, we'll give to Mike Scogan so he can get back to the players.
Will step up to the plate next, and if she can smack one out of here, she will hold that record all to her own. She's hit a grand slam and a solo shot so far in the All-Star Series here in 2019. The solo shot came off the first pitch of Game 2. Once again, the first game is available for a 24/7 replay on our YouTube channel if you missed that or you want to see it again. And then this game will be available within 15-20 minutes after. Wow, that one's hit high and hit deep, and just in front of the wall is Carrie Nissler with the grab, and Kennedy Kuntz will have to wait to her next at bat to see if she can take the crown. That one came close.
Brings up the third baseman, number 7, Rachel Mitchell.
Runners. Oh, well, that's actually a sac fly that'll score Phoebe Garman from third. I got the attack on the point there on the scoreboard. Brings up the Skyhawk / Patriot, Rachel Mitchell. Swing and a miss. So Sydney Lovelace on first, 1 away. It's 7-6. The West retakes the lead here on a sac fly. And Rachel Mitchell facing a counter of a ball and a strike. 1-1 inside, all the way back to the fence, and that will bring Lovelace up to second. 2 balls and a strike now. So a good swing of the bat here by Mitchell could give her an RBI and make it 8-6 with a runner in scoring position. And that pitch will come in over the inside edge of the plate for a strike to even things up at 2-2. Swung and hit up and right to the right side of the press box. That is, according to my numbers, 75 pitches now for Courtney Bowl.
Thank you.
And Mitchell will swing and miss, and that'll be her second strikeout swinging in the contest. That'll bring up Maddie Steckler. 1 for 2 will fly out, a pop out to foul territory, and then single down the third base line into very shallow left her last time at the plate. Once again, runner on second is Lovelace from the Bishop Ryan Lions, and the pitch comes across for a strike for the Demon, Maddie Steckler. In the 0-1, up high for a ball, 1-1. Swing and a miss. That was a good pitch to swing at, too. Just didn't make contact on it. Excellent pitch by the West Fargo Packer, Courtney Bull. And as a result, it's a ball and 2 strikes to Maddie Steckler, the Bismarck Demon. And the 1-2 delivery from Bull. Swung on, hit right in the direction there of Washniski. Picks it up, fires it over the stretch and the out for Nicole Hurt on a 6-3 ground out. So they get 1 run off a sac fly, and that makes it 7-6 now. As we head to the bottom of the third, it'll be Nicole Hurt, Courtney Bull, and Lauren Deemer. The Burl, the Packer, and the Packer. Batters 5, 6, and 7. Any way you want to look at it, they're up next here on the ND Sports Channel.
When Kylie was over there, we were talking.
All right, welcome back. 7-6. The West leads by 1 here in the bottom of the third. It's cooled down a little bit. We're under a partly cloudy sky now with 84 degrees, and that sun is no longer blaring down the third base line. That is absolutely awesome, in my humble opinion. Pitch comes across, sneaks across the outside edge for a strike there. And the batter is Nicole Hurt from Hillsborough Central Valley. Had a tough loss in the semifinals against Central Cass. That one's going to hit up high in left field, and running in and getting underneath it there is Aaron Thompson, the Wilton Wing minor, for the first down of the inning. As I was mentioning a moment ago, the Burros had a really tough loss in the semifinals of the state tournament against Central Cass, a tournament that the Squirrels would go on to win. Tough play out in center field, and that play alone just kind of took the gas out of the tank for the Burros as they would place 4th in the state tournament this year. But don't count them out. They'll be a contender next year as well. 2 balls and no strikes now to the batter, who is Courtney Bull. 1 for 1 with a single to center field her last time at the plate. That one maybe got away from Lovelace, and I'll go up high for ball 3. 3-0. 52 minutes into the ball game here in the bottom of the third. I'd have to look. I think the last game took an hour and 22, if I remember correctly. We'll have to look at that one. 3 balls and a strike now to Courtney Bull. 1 out. Lauren Deemer is on deck, and we might see Carrie Nisler descending as well. And there's now a higher chance that we'll see Nisler on the walk to Courtney Bull, as Nisler will come on deck, and now we'll see Lauren Deemer, who's 1 for 1. Doubled out into left field her last time at the plate. I believe that was the double where she reached third on an error. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I have to look back on the hit chart there.
Courtesy running for the East, number 14, Elena Linster.
Elena Linster graduated from Oak Grove, played for the Shanley Deacons. Outfielder for Fargo Shanley. Comes in as a courtesy runner. That one smacked out into left field. That courtesy runner will get up to second on the single by Lauren Deemer. Deemer now 2 for 2 with a double and a single to about the same spot in the field. And now 2 runners on. That brings up Carrie Nisler
Carrie Nisler
from the Thompson Tommies. Ball and a strike. Nisler 0 for 1 on a ground out. This one chopped it over the head of a leaping Rachel Mischel at third. That will be going to the books as a single, and now load up the bases here for the East. Nisler responsible for loading the bases there. Not much that Mischel could do about that at third. It just hit the dirt and took a high hop over her head. And she gave it her best effort, but it was just a little too high, and it snuck out into left field. Now one comes up just a little bit high for a ball 1. So a single to left for Carrie Nisler, loads the bases, and Becca Thompson is the batter now. 1 ball, no strikes. And Becca Thompson, that one could be, no, that doesn't quite have the distance that I thought it did. Tagging on third, though, is Elena Linster, and that ties the game up once again on a sac fly by Becca Thompson out into left field. The crack of the bat sounded nice, but the distance wasn't quite as friendly.
Brings up the shortstop, number 8, Kylie Washneski.
Thought for a split second we might have had another grand slam there, but
All right, come on, Kylie.
Kylie Washneski, the batter from the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs, 1 for 2, a single and a flyout. That pitch will float outside for a ball. And it's 2 balls and a strike to Washneski.
Where did Joan go?
2-1. Up high for a ball, 3-1. That's 41 pitches now for the Bishop Ryan Lion. According to my numbers, 26 of them have been strikes. And the windup and the 3-1 delivery. Swung on and fouled away to fill up the count at 3-2. And that one will hit Washneski and now load the bases up for Grace Shear.
Now batting for the East, the left fielder, Grace Shear.
So why wouldn't it be today? Come on there, kiddo.
That one will apparently miss on the inside for a ball. The umpire was blocking my view of the plate, so I have no reason to give an opinion otherwise on that one. That one will definitely be outside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes now. 2 balls, no strikes to the batter, Gray Shear from the Valley City Highlanders. Kylie Washniewski, the Mustang, on first. Carrie Nisler, the Tommy, on second. And Lauren Diemert, the Packer, on third. And here's the windup from the Lion. And that will come into the glove of the Miner. 3 balls, no strikes. And bases loaded here.
Come on there, kiddo.
And that'll be fouled away and strike 1. 3 balls and a strike now. Grace Shear, the batter, single and a ground out.
Come here.
Single was an infield single that deflected off the glove of Lauren Deemer and went up towards the shortstop, Kulzer. That one be popped up, and that's going into the gap, but it will not drop as Kennedy Kuntz will get there to make the grab. So they'll get out of a bases loaded jam with a pop out by Shear to left center field. And will remain tied at 7 going to the top of the 4th. Kaylee Weigel, Lexi Kulzer, Aaron Thompson are the scheduled batters. Courtney Bull will fire off pitch number 81 when we return after this on the ND Sports Channel. That one will be hit foul down the third baseline. Good for a strike. Kaylee Weigel, the Legacy Sabre out of Bismarck. Matter of fact, will be on the Sabres home field tomorrow for Game 3 in the skills competition of this All-Star Series in Bismarck. Game 3 starts at 5:30. The skills competition prior to that, I believe it starts at about 4, if I'm not mistaken. And the pitch comes into the dirt. 2 balls and a strike now to Weigel. No runners on. The game is tied at 7. 1 hour and 1 minute into the game. Top of the 4th, nobody out. Courtney Bull with the 2-1 pitch. Caught the edge, 2-2. Courtney Bull has walked 4 in this game. If she walks 1 more, she will hold the record for the most walks in an All-Star Series. And that one's popped up. Drifting back is Washniewski, and she makes the grab. So Weigel will pop out to Washniewski. And that'll bring up Lexi Kulzer from the Washburn Cardinals.
Lexi Kulzer.
Nice. Good job.
Nice line drive hit there, the second baseman for the out.
The left fielder, number 8, Aaron Thompson.
That'll bring up Aaron Thompson. Pitch comes low for a strike. And that won't come in low for a ball.
All right, come on, kiddo.
1-1 to Aaron Thompson, the Wilton Wing Miner. 0 for 1, walk and a fly out. And this one will be popped up foul as the sun starts to dim. The lights are turned on here at Mickelson Field. And if we can, well, there's a chance that we'll see darkness here. And I'll really highlight the yellow softball and pop outs into the outfield. Strikeout will send us to the bottom of the 4th. Gabby Nelson, Emma Johnson, Nicole Hurt. Those are the scheduled batters, 3, 4, and 5. We're still tied at 7 going into the bottom of the 4th. Back in a moment on the Andy Sports Channel.
For the designated player, Gabby Nelson.
Come on, Gabby.
All right, Gabby Nelson, 1 for 2, fly out and a home run over the right field's fence. That was a 2-run homer last time at bat. Pitch will miss outside for a ball 1. 20 balls and 28 strikes on 48 pitches for the Bishop Ryan pitcher, Sydney Lovelace. That pitch comes up high to the inside for ball 2. And the windup and the delivery, the 2-0. That one's hit up high, and that one's going into deep right field and going back, and it falls right in front of the fence. And it could be a triple. Gabby Nelson is going to hold at third. That is a triple. There's no doubt about it. That's the first triple in the ND Softball All-Stars history. And that was a deep shot and a high shot over the head of Maddie Steckler in right field.
Don't leave her there.
That triple came on pitch number 50 from Sydney Lovelace. 29 strikes, 21 balls. Now Emma Johnson is the batter. Nicole Hurt is the scheduled batter on deck. And I think it's somebody else, because Nicole Hurt would be wearing blue pants and looks like a Central Cast squirrel possibly. Yeah, Lexi Boer is on deck.
Cut yourself now.
That one's fouled away down the third base line for a strike.
Come on, 2.
So once again, Emma Johnson and Lexi Boer on deck. Boer suffered her second loss of her career in the first game of the All-Star Series. if that one counts. I don't know if that one would officially count or not. That one goes into left field and it drops. Coming in from third is Gabby Nelson to score, and the East All-Stars retake the lead at 8-7 on an RBI single by Emma Johnson. That'll bring up Lexi Boer, taking over the number 5 spot in the lineup from Nicole Hurt.
Now batting for the East, number 7.
We'll also have a
Boer.
courtesy runner on first for Emma Johnson, and that is going to be the West Fargo Packer, I believe, Lauren Diemert, and that is indeed the case. Lauren
First strike for the
Diemert.
East, number 3, Lauren Diemert.
So Lexi Boer up to bat now. Most of her hits have gone to left field on the ND Sports Channel. This one's heading that direction as well. That'll bounce and be scooped up by Aaron Thompson in left and fired back in to the shortstop Kulzer to hold Boer at second, advancing Diemert up, or to hold Boer at first, advancing Diemert up to second.
Brings up the pitcher, number 6, Courtney Bull.
All right, come on, Courtney. Here you go, kid.
2 runners on, nobody out. Courtney Bull, a single and a walk. Single went into medium center field last time, or no, 2 times ago. She was walked her most recent trip to the plate. And now she'll take this one for a strike. The 0-1 will float outside, even things up at 1-1.
Come on, 6.
And she'll reach for that one and pop it up foul over the fan section off the first base line to the right side of the press box. That one about the same exact replay of the last pitch there. Fouled away in the same area. Only thing different is it did not hit anything that would make noise. It probably hit the grass.
Bring him in, Courtney. Come on.
1-2. That one's going to right field. That one's going to drift foul, and that one is not going to be made. Deemer will advance to third. Or now she'll go back to third, or back to second, excuse me. Wasn't sure if she tagged or not. I was looking in right field when I saw her taking off running out of my left eye.
Come on there, 6. Good job.
2 balls, 2 strikes now to Courtney Bull. So strike a ball, 2 fouled away pitches and a ball. And the 2-2 up high, swing and a miss. And that would have been ball 3 had she not taken the swing. And Lauren Deemer double and a single, both to about the exact same spot in left field.
Now batting for the East, number 12, Peyton Richter.
Pitch 60 right now from Lovelace. And that'll be Peyton Richter, who'll ground it right back to Lovelace. Looks at third, turns around, fires it to first to Gangle for the out.
Brings up the center fielder, number 1, Carrie Nisler.
That'll advance Lauren Deemer to third and Lexi Boer up to second. Now we'll see Carrie Nisler 1 for 2, ground out and a single to left. That one's going to go high and right into the glove of Carrie Weigel for out number 3, and they'll strand 2. That will end the inning, and we'll head now to the top of the 5th inning. Through 4 innings of play, the West All-Stars, 7 runs on 8 hits, no East errors, and 5 left on base. East All-Stars, 8 runs on 11 hits, 2 West errors, and 6 left on base. Time of the game so far, 1 hour and 12 minutes. Lauren Gangle, the Mandan Braves, will face pitch 91 from the West Fargo Packer, Courtney Bull. When we return after this here on the ND Sports Channel, it's the 2019 Shields North Dakota Softball All-Star Series on the Magnitude Sports Multimedia Network. Welcome back. Top of the 5th. It's the Mandan Brave, Lauren Gangle. She's 1 for 2 with a single to left and a ground out. The ground out was a 5-3 to third base.
Yeah, how noisy it is in the evening.
So the 0-1 from Bull. Down the middle, and it was good for a strike, 0-2. And the 0-2 goes into the dirt. Nobody on base to take advantage of that. Ball 1. Pitch up high for a ball, and it's 2-2.
The laces are like the main part of the ball. That's how like you know like what finger to push it off of.
There you go.
That'll be a strikeout.
Yes, it's supposed to.
And we have a new batter taking over the number 8 spot.
Number 13, Celia Rovick.
That'd be Seeley Rovig of Bishop Ryan.
I'm probably gonna watch that one. There you go.
That'll be a ground out for Rovig.
Brings up the pitcher, number 5, Sydney Lovelace.
That'll be a grounder that'll find its way into left field. Nice hit there by, let's see here, that was Sydney Lovelace, the batter. That'll bring up Kennedy Kuntz, top the order now. At least that's the scheduled batter. No, it'll be somebody else. No, it will be Kennedy Kuntz. Okay.
Now back for the West, the center fielder, Kennedy Kuntz.
Kennedy Kuntz, home run, single, and a sac fly. Swing and a miss, strike 1. The single went to left field, the home run went to left center, and the sac fly went to left center. And that one's going to be hit up high, and it should be a chance for Nistler to make the grab, and she will. That'll end the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. It'll be Becca Thompson, Kylie Washneski, and Grace Shear, the scheduled batters. 9, 1, and 2 in the lineup here for the East. When we come back after this here on the ND Sports Channel, it's 8-7. East leads the West here on the 2019 Shields North Dakota Softball All-Stars game on the ND Sports Channel on the Magnitude Sports Multimedia Network.
Snapchat.
All right, welcome back. Bottom of the fifth, we have a new pitcher. It's Lakin Stork of the Bismarck High Demons, and Sydney Lovelace will end the day with 61 pitches, 38 strikes, and 23 balls. And the first batter that Lakin Stork will face will be the Valley City Highliner, Becca Thompson, 1-for-1 with a single and a sac fly to deep left her last time at the plate.
Go back off.
And if I'm not mistaken, that happened in the bottom of the fourth, that sac fly. Pitch will miss for a ball, and it's 1-2, or 1-1. That one will be in for ball 2. So a strike and followed by 2 balls, and it's 2-1 count in favor of Lakin Stork. On deck is, or in favor of Becca Thompson, excuse me. On deck is Kylie Washniski. That one hit her? It looked like it might have.
Yeah. So hard.
But it'll go into the books as a fouled away pitch. Came right very close, hitting the handle of the bat and her right hand, which is on the lower end of that handle. And that pitch comes outside, and that one got away from Stork. That'll be a full count, 3-2. 8-7. East is no longer undefeated as they would fall in the first game 7-5. They now lead the all-time series 4-1. Looking to make it 5-1. It's another chopper that bounces over Mitchell's head into left field. Two bad instances there where Mitchell just really couldn't do anything about that. That's good for a single for Becca Thompson.
Number 8, Kylie Washniewski.
Washniewski, a single, fly out to center field, and then hit by a pitch. Hour and 20 minutes. The last game ended in 2 minutes from now at an hour and 22. Right now we're in the bottom of the fifth. 1 ball, no strike. Showing bunt, pulls it back. The pitch gets away from the catcher, Phoebe Garman, and that will advance Becca Thompson up to second. Two balls, no strikes. Inside, ball 3. 7 pitches, 4 balls, 3 strikes for our Lakin Stork, according to my numbers. Nobody out, runner in scoring position. That pitch comes down the middle for a strike. And that'll be ball 4. Washniewski gets the free pass to first, and that brings up the Highliner, Grace Shear. No, it does not. Check that out. Let's sub her out and sub in Elena Linster from Fargo Shanley / Oak Grove. She'll bunt that one right back in the direction of Stork, fires it over to Gangle for the 1-3 ground out, and then advances the runners from first and second to second and third.
All right, go Gabby! Here we go!
Now batting number 11, Gabby Nelson.
Gabby Nelson, a fly out, a home run, and a triple. And caught the edge for a strike. Still have 3 players tied for the home run title. Gabby Nelson's one of them. She fouls that one away for strike 2. We now reach an hour and 22 minutes. That was the time of our last game. And the 0-2. She reached for it. She got a piece of it, did she? Yes, she did. Fouled away for an unofficial strike. Still 0-2. Becca Thompson, the runner on third. Kylie Washniewski, the runner on second. Gabby Nelson, the batter. And swing and a miss. Nelson goes down on strikes. That will bring up Emma Johnson, the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustang.
Raises up the catcher. Number 2, Emma Johnson.
Come on, 2.
And the pitch inside for a ball, 1-0. Johnson 1 for 2, a walk, a fly out, and a single. A single went down the third base line her most recent trip to the plate. Now she's up 1 ball, no strikes, and make that 1 ball, 1 strike as she fouls that one into the front cage of the West dugout. Kind of startled a few of the players sitting on the bench inside there. 1-1 with 2 away and 2 runners on, second and third. 8-7 lead for the East here in the bottom of the 5th. And the pitch and the swing and right to Mischel. She'll pick it up, fired across for the 5-3. Nice play there by Mischel to get it to the Mandan Brave, Lauren Gangle at first, to end the inning and get the out of that jam there with 2 runners in scoring position.
No runs on 1 hit. No West Warriors.
So the Skyhawk Patriot will end the inning on the 5-3 to the Mandan Brave, and that will bring up the
8-7.
West All-Stars. And speaking of Rachel Mischel, she'll be the next batter up. She'll face pitch 100 from Courtney Bull when we return after this here on the ND Sports Channel.
Leading off the top of the 6th inning for the West, the third baseman, Rachel Mischel.
All right, so it's the hero of the end of the 5th with the fight on the throw on the 5-3 ground out, Rachel Mischel. Your first batter here, and the pitch will come up high for a ball. A walk, a strikeout swinging, and a strikeout swinging for the Skyhawk / Patriot on her 3 plate appearances so far here in contest number 2. Prior to that second ball, it was 100 pitches, 64 strikes, 36 balls, now 64 strikes, 37 balls. And a 2-0 count to Rachel Mischel, and Courtney Bull winds up and delivers the 2-0 and got it over the inside edge for a strike, 2-1.
She said we can go afterwards. She got
1 hour, 27 minutes, time of the game now. And the pitch outside and high for ball 3. Mischel walked her first time at the plate. She struck out swinging in her last 2 plate appearances. And she got a piece of that one. It'll go into the books as a fouled away pitch and good for strike 2.
On 6.
So at least 1 more pitch here for Courtney Bull on Rachel Mischel. And here it comes. And that'll be fouled away, so there'll be at least 1 more. It'll be pitch 105. That will possibly decide the fate of this at-bat for Rachel Mischel. Payoff number 2. Inside, ball 4. Mischel walks. Just barely missed the inside edge. And I'll bring up Maddie Steckler from the Bismarck High Demons. 1 for 3, a fly out into foul territory, and then a single down the third base line on a ground out to the shortstop, Washniewski on a 6-3. And she'll fire this one foul over the first base line and out of play. Tying run is on first for the West All-Stars. Go-ahead run is at the plate. Swing and a miss for strike 2. A few seconds shy of the 90-minute mark of this ball game now. And that one goes into the dirt. Mitchell's going to take off for second. There will be no throw. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Maddie Steckler. And now Mitchell is in scoring position here, and a swing of the bat could bring her in to tie this thing up at 8. Won't happen there. That's out number 1. That's a swing and a miss for a strikeout. K to the right for Courtney Bowl, and now we'll see Kaylee Weigel, the Legacy Sabre.
Kaylee Weigel.
And we'll see if the Sabre can knock in the Patriot. And that'll be a grounder, and it'll find its way, and that will bring the Patriot / Skyhawk around to tie the game, and Rachel Mitchell will step on the plate to make it 8-8. And that will be an RBI double for Kaylee Weigel. Lexi Kolzner.
To the west, the shortstop. Lexi Kolzer.
Kolzer, excuse me. From the Washburn Cardinals steps up to the plate now, and we'll see if she can switch spots with the Legacy Sabre on second. And there might be an opportunity. Yeah, no. Carrie Nistler was coming in, and Weigel intelligently did not take off for third, even though she could have, considering the outcome of that play. But
number 8, Erin Thompson.
It'd be good for a single for Kolzner, excuse me, and that brings up the next batter, Erin Thompson from Wilton. Caught the corner, strike 1. Thompson is a walk and a flyout and a strikeout looking. The flyout was the Lauren Deemer at second. 0-1 the count. And that'll be grounded in the direction of Deemer. Picks it up, makes a tag on Kolzner, fires it to Lexi Boer at first for the double play, and that will end the inning.
Now we gotta get
So 1 run comes across to tie the game at 8.
1 run left in.
Yep.
Just stop. Just
And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Scores now tied at 8.
Thompson grounds out on a 4-3, and then the tag on the runner at first for the double play, the first half of that double play. And we've reached 1 hour and 31 minutes. We head now to the bottom of the 6th when we return after this on the ND Sports Channel. All knotted up at 8-8. All right, bottom of the 6th. Lexi Boer, the batter, 1 for 1 with a single to left field. She stepped into the batting lineup on her most recent trip to the plate. I believe she took over for Nicole Hurt. And that one's going to left field as well, but that one will go into the glove of Erin Thompson instead of into the grass in front of Erin Thompson, like it did last time.
Come on, Courtney. Start it out here, kid.
So we'll pop out to left for the first out of the inning. That brings up Courtney Bowl, the West Fargo Packer.
Pitcher number 6, Courtney Bowl.
Let's go,
Hour and 33 minutes into the ball game. Lakin Stork once again came in a couple innings ago to pitch. She's now tossed 20, make it 21. As that one's fouled away for a strike. 13 strikes, 8 balls on 21 pitches. An hour and 33 minutes into the ball game. Courtney Bowl is 1 for 2 with a single to center field, a walk, and a strikeout swinging on her 3 trips to the plate so far. 0-1. That pitch comes in and must have been a little bit high for a ball. 1-1. Lauren Deemert is on deck. Carrie Nisler right behind her if we can get that far into the lineup with 1 away here in the bottom half of the 6th. All tied up at 8 apiece here between the West and the East All-Stars. The West All-Stars got their first victory of the series, 7-5 in game 1 of this earlier today. That game's available right now if you missed it to watch it from start to finish on our YouTube channel. We'd love it if you were to subscribe to our YouTube channel and help us get a little bit closer to 1,000. I think we're right in the low 600s at the moment. Ball 4, and Bull walks on 5 pitches, and that brings up Lauren Deemert, 2 for 3, a double, a single, and a ground out. The double and single went to the pretty much the same spot in left field. We also have a courtesy runner for Courtney Bull, and that is going to be her West Fargo teammate, Lauren Deemert. Oh, okay. I was wondering about that. Peyton Richter was the batter, and that allowed Lauren Deemert to be the courtesy runner because Lauren Deemert was originally in that slot in the batting lineup. That brings up Carrie Nisler now. And that pitch will come in for a strike. Two balls and a strike now to Nisler. And pitch 30 from Lakin Stork here on the 2-1. Now I got a piece of that, fouled it away. It'll become 2-2 now. Now ungrounded foul towards the west dugout. Check that east dugout. No, that is the west dugout over there. I saw the red shirt on the coach, and that threw me off. Two. That one's going to be smacked up right field, and coming in for it and making the grab on the run is Maddie Steckler. Lauren Deemert will tag on second. That'll put runners on the corners there on the pop out for Nisler to right field. That brings up the next batter here.
Number 9, Becca Thompson.
Becca Thompson, the Valley City Highliner. Saw her hit a lot of home runs 2 seasons ago. I haven't seen her hit that many this season. And that one will come across the outside edge for a strike. She is 2 for 2. A single into center, a sac fly to deep left, and a single to left down the third base line. 0-1 now, and the strike looking, and that one comes up high to the inside for a ball, 1-1.
All right, come on, 9.
That one over the outside edge for a strike. 1-2. We're tied at 8 here in the bottom of the 6th, 2 away. And that one's going to be popped up. A high pop-up, and Rachel Mischel is calling for it, and she'll make the grab, and that will end the inning. So the Skyhawk Patriot has ended the last 2 innings on a play on a ball that went into her glove, and that will bring us now to the top of the 7th.
We've left.
It'll be Lauren Gangle, Seeley Rovig, and Sydney Lovelace. The scheduled batters, 7, 8, 9. We'll see if they make changes. Courtney Bowl, she remains in the circle. Toss pitch 114. We'll return after this on the ND Sports Channel. Top of the 7th, they're knotted up at 8. It's Lauren Gangle, the Mandan Brave. 1 for 3, single to left, ground out, and a strikeout looking. The ground out was the 3rd on a 5-3. Here's the pitch, strike 1.
Oh, come on, Courtney.
114 pitches now for Courtney Bull. An hour and 40 minutes. We're 18 minutes beyond the time of the first game. That pitch will float outside to even up the counter to ball and a strike.
1-6.
Throw some heat, Courtney. Come on.
49-37. The East has outscored the West now. That includes the 8 runs for each team in this game. That one's going to center field, and it will drop right in between 3 players who basically formed a triangle, and it just dropped right in the middle of the triangle there. It's good for a single for Lauren Gangle, and that brings up the Bishop Ryan Lions, Seeley Rovig. And that one comes inside. I thought for a second that may have hit her, but I guess it didn't. And Lauren Gangle will be pushed up to second as a result.
Kid, drive and snap, kid, drive and snap.
And that one smacked right back the Bull. Turns around, looks at second, fires it over to Boer at first, and now advances Gangle to third. So Rovig on a 1-3 ground out advances her teammate to third to put her 60 feet away from making it a 9-8 game for the West. And now we'll see what Sydney Love, is it? No, we got a different hitter. It is Lakin Stork. First pitch to Stork was fouled away. Stork, most of her hits go to left field and center field on when she's played on the ND Sports Channel. And that one's popped up and fouled away. Strike 2 as a result. And pitch 120 coming up here for Courtney Bull. 78-41 with the ball strike split on 119 pitches in favor of strikes. And here's pitch 120. That'll be a strike, and that'll go into right field. That will score Lauren Gangle from third, and the West will take the lead on an RBI double by Lakin Stork out in the right center field. And it's 9-8, the West All-Stars lead, and once again, the pressure is on for the East.
JC Rusted.
Now bring up Rosted from Minot taking the spot of Kennedy Kuntz. So
Hey, you got Courtney.
we might have to wait until tomorrow to see if somebody takes the home run record.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's go, Jace. Get your pitch. Get your pitch.
Yeah, I got my arm drug out, and I was like, so I'm guessing you're not coming. And I was like, no.
Rostad 4 of 10 on her at-bats here on the ND Sports Channel. Hit to left, a hit to center, and 2 hits to right. And that one's popped up and goes out of play. Nobody would be able to make a play on that one. So fouled away for a strike. 1-1.
And he when he asked me, he asked
Let's go,
me,
Jace. Score another one.
And the 1-1. Swung on left center field into the gap. It'll drop. Rounding second is Lakin Stork, and she'll come across and score. And it is 10-8 in favor of the West on another RBI double by J.C. Rostad, and that'll bring up the Skyhawk Patriot, Rachel Mischel.
Hey, come on, kid. Hey, nothing hurt, Courtney. Nothing hurt.
Now the East will huddle up in the circle here to have a conversation.
Photographs from today's games are being
One
taken
away.
by Tanya K Photography. Access
Top
to
of the
photo
seventh.
library will be made available at
The West has scored 2 runs here in the top half of the seventh.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars.com. NDS.
Now batting for the West.
1 hour and 44 minutes into the ball game. Rachel Mischel, the batter, walked two in a row on strikeout swings, and then walked her most recent time.
Maybe they did.
And the pitch comes low but high enough for a strike. 0-1 to Mischel. Hour and 45 minutes, time of the game now.
Hey, drive out, kid. Drive out, Courtney.
And that pitch comes up high, and thanks to Emma Johnson, it did not go into the backstop. 1-1.
All right, come on, Courtney.
1-6.
Or you could reword that and
Hey,
say
keep
thanks to
working,
Emma
Cor, keep
Johnson,
working.
J.C. Rostad still on second.
Red jersey. Let's go.
And that pitch apparently missed for a ball.
Here we go, kid.
2-1.
Hey, good miss, kid. Good miss.
Get through it. Off both throws.
And the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Now it's 2-2.
Go, go, go.
Throw up to third and a head first slide, and Rostad's in on the steal. 10-8 and 60 feet away from 11-8 here with 1 away. If Mischel can get a base hit, it'll give the West a 3-run lead. Outside and a full count, 3-2. Strike, ball, ball, strike, ball.
Come on, 6.
Or you could say strike, ball, questionable
Hey, you
ball,
got it,
strike,
kid.
ball. Whatever you prefer. It's 3-2. And the payoff. Down low into the dirt, and Mischel walks. That puts runners on the corners. That's her 3rd walk of the game for Mischel. And let's see here. Courtney Bull has now walked a total
Now
of
batting for the West. Number 3, Cameron Kuntz.
Courtney Bull has walked 6, so she now holds the record for the most walks allowed in an All-Star series. Prior to that, it was 4, and now Courtney Bull has 6. We'll take a timeout here. No, we won't take a timeout as that conference has come to an end. So we'll just talk and talk and talk and talk until the song stops, and then we'll stop talking.
Now let's go.
Cameron Kuntz.
All right, come on, Corgi.
Come on, 6.
Hey, keep working, Court.
So Morgan Geisler of the Cheyenne Mustangs allowed 4 walks back in 2017. And now Courtney Bull can erase Geisler out of that record book spot as she has allowed 6.
Hey, good throw, Emma.
Come on, Courtney.
2 balls, no strikes to, I think it's Maddie Steckler. No, it's not.
That's for you, kid.
Hey, stay through it. Stay through it.
Cameron Kuntz from the Dickinson Midgets. 2 balls and a strike on a fouled away pitch. Runner on third is Rostad. Runner on first, and now advanced up to second is
Hey,
Mitchell.
Good miss, kid. Good miss.
2-1 turns into a 3-1.
You got it, Courtney. Come on.
And the 3-1 from Bull. Swung on, deep left field and foul.
You ready? Okay. Take time. Come on.
That was a nice hit there by Kuntz.
Hey, use it, kid. Use it.
Kuntz will be staying in Dickinson for college, along with her sister. And I believe they're both playing softball for the same college as well. Yes, Dickinson State University. They're both going there to play softball. Swing and a miss. It kind of sounded like it hit the bat. And
Good pitch, Court.
go into the books as a strikeout. That brings up Kaylee Weigel, the Legacy Sabre.
Now batting for the West, number 11, Kaylee Weigel.
2 away, 2 runners in scoring position. You got J.C. Rostad on third and Rachel Mischel on second. Here's the batter, Kaylee Weigel, and the pitch low to the outside for a ball, 1-0. 136 pitches now for Courtney Bull, according to my numbers. 86 strikes, 50 balls, 1 hour, 50 minutes, time of the ball game. We're in the top of the 7th with 2 away. Ooh, that one came up high, and ducking down is Weigel to make sure it doesn't hit her. 2-0. The East will have a chance to bat to tie and or to win it in the bottom of the 7th. But first they have to get out of this inning. There is
Deep
2
breath,
away.
kid.
But a base hit could be huge here for the West. And that one will be popped up, and it'll drop just inside the fence. Lexi Boer gave chase, but didn't quite have enough speed to get there in time. And that'll be 2 balls and a strike on the fouled away pitch.
Go win it.
2-1. Popped up and right back to Bull. That'll end the inning. They'll strand Rostad and Mischel on third and second, respectively. Weigel will pop out. Right back to Bull, and that will be one more chance for the East to tie this thing up and or win it in the bottom of the 7th. They're down 2, 10-8. We'll see what they can do with Kylie Washniewski, Elena Linster, and Gabby Nelson. Batters 1, 2, and 3. The scheduled batters pending changes, and we return after this on the ND Sports Channel. Washniewski will take the first pitch of the bottom of the 7th for a strike. She's 1 for 2. The single to center, a fly out to center, hit by a pitch and a walk in that order on 4 plate appearances. And now the 0-1. Outside evens up at 1-1. Outside and high. We'll see Elena Linster And we'll see possibly Gabby Nelson, pending changes here. It does look like Linster's on deck as I peer off to, you can kind of see her in the far corner of your screen there. That pitch will come outside for another ball, and it's 2-1. Lakin Stork, 38 pitches, 21 strikes, 17 balls. Time of the game so far, 1 hour and 53 minutes. And the 2-1. Swung on, grounded, past the shortstop, pulls her into the outfield and left center. That'll be good for a single. Runner on, and the tying run comes to the plate. It's Elena Linster. And Gabby Nelson is indeed on deck. And, well, Gabby Nelson,
Number 14,
if
Elena
Linster could get on base with nobody out and bring up Gabby Nelson, that could be huge for the East. Pitch will catch the corner for a strike.
Come on, 1-4.
Still have 3 people that share that home run crown. And that one, did it hit her or not? It did not. It'll come in as a ball, and Washniewski will get up to second as a result of that. 1 ball, 1 strike. Linster 0 for 1 with a bunt.
Come on, dude.
And that one's hit up into left field, and it will drop just to the left side of the foul line for a strike. 1-2. That pitch comes up high.
Good job, Derek. Come on, here you go.
2-2. And that one comes up high, and it's a walk, and that brings up Gabby Nelson, and we'll see if maybe they will walk her or if they will let her back.
Gabby Nelson.
Come on, Gabby.
Looks like they're going to let her bat. I don't see anybody making any moves here to suggest otherwise.
Here we go.
2 for 4, fly out, home run, triple, and a strikeout swinging, and now we have a conference at the circle.
I bet they're going to walk her.
Don't walk.
10-8. We'll see what the decision is here after the conference comes to a conclusion in the circle for the East All-Star, or for the West All-Stars. I would probably intentionally walk Gabby Nelson here if you want a chance to not lose this game on 1 pitch. But that's just my humble opinion here. We've seen her strike out before. And that one's going to right field. It's hit up high, and getting underneath it is Maddie Steckler. Runners will tag, and they'll move to second and third with 1 out.
Come on, Emma, take your time.
Hey, do your job, kid.
Brings up the catcher, number 2, Emma Johnson.
So it brings up Emma Johnson.
Take your time.
Washniewski on third, Linster on second. Johnson takes the first pitch for ball 1. On deck is Lexi Boer
Come on, 2.
of the Central Cass Squirrels. A base hit could tie it up. And now a snap throw up to third. Now a rundown between third and home. Tagged out, did she? Yup. But that will advance Linster to third. Washniewski gets tagged out. The pitch came across as a strike. So let's see here. That'd be a 2-5-2 on the throw out on the rundown, the tag out on the rundown, I should say. And that will advance Linster to third.
Come on, 2.
And we're a couple minutes shy of 2 hours. 1 hour, 58 minutes, and some odd seconds. Pitch comes outside for a ball, and it's 2-1. Emma Johnson, a walk, a fly out, a single, and a ground out. In that order on 4 plate appearances so far. 4 plate appearances for 3 at-bats. Down low, that is ball 4.
All right, come on, Lexi. Here you go.
Now Lexi Boer.
Number 7, Lexi Boer.
Runners on the corners, and now it'll be, I believe that's Lauren Diemert coming in to courtesy run at first.
Number 3, Lauren Diemert.
And it is. So I wouldn't be a bit surprised here if they try and send Lauren Diemert up to second. First pitch to Boer is in for a strike. She's 1 for 2 with a single to left and a fly out to left. 0-1. 2 away now, bottom of the second. Tying run is on first. Now be grounded towards third. Mischel picked it up, and they're going to say it's foul. Okay. Looked like it stayed on the right side of the line to me.
Right, 7, protect. Here we go. Line drive. Come on, Lexi.
0-2 as a result. Up high, outside for a ball. Once again, runners on the corners. The tying run is on first. The winning run is at the plate. Got it on the corner, and the West will sweep games 1 and 2 here in Fargo. We'll see if they can complete the sweep tomorrow in Bismarck. That game will kick off at about 5:30, but before that, we'll have the skills competition at approximately 4 o'clock. Once again, that will be from the Starion Bank Field in Bismarck at Bismarck Legacy High School. Once again, your final score, the West wins 10-8 over the East All-Stars, and they win 7-5 in game 1. And we'll see if the West can get 3 in a row tomorrow at approximately 7 o'clock, but tune in early for the skills competition because that will be live as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the final numbers. The West got on the board first with 6 runs in the top of the first. The East responded, got 4 of those 6 back in the bottom of the first, and 30 minutes later, we were going into the top of the second, where the West would not score, and the East would tie it up at 6 in the bottom of the second. Both teams would score a single run in the third to make it 7-7 going into the fourth, where the West would not score, and the East would take the lead at 8-7 in the bottom of the fourth. Neither team would score in the fifth, and the West would come back and tie it up with a run in the top of the sixth. And the East would not score in the bottom of the sixth. West would get 2 more in the top of the seventh to break the 8-8 tie. And then the East would fail to score. They had runners in scoring position, but that rundown on Washniski between third and home is quite possibly what sealed the deal here for the West. Had that not happened, there may have been a better opportunity here for the East to win. Time of the game, 2 hours on the dot. First game, 1 hour and 22 minutes. Total time of baseball here, 3 hours and 22 minutes between the 2 games. Thanks so much for watching. That'll wrap it up. We'll be back tomorrow at about 4 p.m. for the skills competition. And then following the skills competition, we'll have game 3 of the 2019 Shields North Dakota Softball All-Stars Softball Series from Starion Bank Field in Bismarck, home of the Bismarck Legacy Sabres, at about 7 p.m. or 5:30 p.m., excuse me. Skills competition at 4, game 3 at 5:30. Thanks so much for watching. Your final scores once again. The West sweeps 7-5 in game 1 and 10-8 in game 2. Game 3 tomorrow and the skills competition. We'll talk to you then. Have a good night.